Good evening and welcome to Tyler, Texas. We're at Mike Carter Field, just right next to the Tyler Rose Garden for really a weekend round-robin set of games between the Tyler Junior College Apaches, the Arkansas Baptist Buffaloes, and I think the Warriors from East Central Community College in Mississippi. The Warriors aren't here yet, but tonight we'll start the round-robin games between those three teams. Tomorrow will be three ball games, and we'll talk about the schedule for tomorrow as we get into the broadcast. But Dr. John Groth here on the play-by-play. We got the pregame show coming up. Talk to both head coaches. First, the second-year head coach from Arkansas Baptist, the Buffs, are 8-6 on the season. They're led by Roger Mallison. Coach Mallison in his second season, and had a good discussion with him. Let's hear what he had to say down their dugout just a few minutes ago. Okay, we got Coach Roger Mallison here in the dugout. Coach, second year in. You guys are in tough conference, but you're still a month away from conference, or 3 weeks or so.
Right.
From conference play, so.
Yeah, we don't start conference until the first full week of April.
Right.
There's only 5 other teams in the league. We play a 4-game set each weekend.
Right. So talk about this weekend and how it maybe prepares you for that.
Well, you know, playing against good teams is what we do. You can take a look at our schedule. There's no patsies on it.
Right.
We like to play as tough a schedule as possible to emulate what we're going to see.
Right.
The 17 guys drafted out of our league last year. A lot of big-time schools signed guys out of our league. If you can compete in our league, you can compete anywhere.
Connors, Seminole,
Eastern Oklahoma,
NEO. I mean, I played all those guys. I was the coach here for quite a while, so quite a challenge. So, and you took, I think you're coming off, 3 out of 4 out of Northeast here not too long ago.
Yeah, we were able to split with Northeast at our place and then sweep them at their place. I mean, they're a good club. We were, very pleased with what transpired there. We got good pitching, that week, and we're kind of short on pitching, but those guys gave us good innings and our hitters responded. That's the thing I'm most proud of this year is even though we lost a lot of guys on the mound at break, and I know Doug's in the same situation, here the guys that are remaining, they give me what they have. But our hitters have really responded, knowing from the get-go that we're, on the mound thinner than in years past.
So talk about the characterization of your club. Are you guys got some team speed? Are you going to run a little bit small ball? Are you going to sit back and wait for the big hit? What should we expect from the Buffs this weekend?
We're a little bit different team than you saw last year. Last year we led the nation in steals per game. This year we don't. Let's put it that way. We went, we could get all the way to third last year and not always get them across the plate. So we went for, in our recruiting, a little bit better hitting. We picked up a young man from Colorado, Nick Kreitzer, at first base. That's a big left-handed bat that's hitting around 400 with a lot of doubles and home runs already. He's part of the core group that we have, this year that we look to. Thomas Gonzalez, a Houston Nimitz young man, hit 350 in our league last year, and he's on that pace this year. Ryan Mallison, our second baseman, 340s last year, about that this year, running the ball out of the ballpark a little bit this year when he didn't last year. Our catcher, Landon Colson's hitting over 400. He was an all-region player in our league last year.
You got a good core coming back now.
Those
a good core to lead you.
Yeah, they are. I joke around. These guys like the Yankees. We call them our core four.
Good.
That they're the ones that these other guys, the young guys, look to, for leadership in the way they handle themselves on the field, off the field, and in the classroom.
Perfect. That's what you like to see. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. Who's going to get the ball tonight in this first game?
Another Houston Nimitz native, Victor Magallanes.
Okay.
Victor's another one of my sophomores that came in last year and has done everything that we've asked. He's bulked up. He's added a little velocity from last year, but more importantly, he's just a quality young man.
Good.
And that's where we hope to take this program. We're in year 8 of our baseball program, and we don't have tradition. Mm-hmm. And it's guys like the ones we talked about earlier and Victor Magallanes that help us set some type of beginning tradition.
Right, and maybe you.
Yeah,
right?
Let's hope
Coach
so.
Mallison. Well, I tell you what, it's a treat. I've been in coaching for 30 years, and you got a chance to hopefully change the trajectory of some young men's life, and that's really what it's about. You want to win ball games, but it sounds like you're on the right track to doing the things that a program at Arkansas Baptist can be proud of. So that's exciting to hear.
Well, I tell the guys all the time that I might be the craziest coach in America because I don't care about the W's and L's next to my name. I sleep good at night no matter what. I'm of that age where, to me, it's more about the young man and helping them get the opportunities they deserve. Because if you look at our guys, most of them are a little undersized, but their heart's bigger than anybody, and
life's going to be that way.
You've been around this game. It's the grinders that love it and that have the heart to work at it that make the difference.
There's a bigger lesson on this field than
this
game tonight or these games this weekend or even the whole season. So that's exciting to hear. Man, I don't know that I'm going to get to interview again because I have some commitments tomorrow. I won't get to interview before tomorrow's game. So I appreciate you taking the time to visit with me. Hope this tonight goes well for you, and I hope this season goes great for you. Okay, we got Coach Wren in the dugout, and welcome back, Skipper.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good for those guys to get a win while I was away, but I always like being in the dugout competing, so I'll take this over anything else. So it is good to be back, and wearing the uniform in the dugout.
Well, you've had to move the games back a little bit, but coming off a couple wins, talk about the mindset of your club going in this kind of a mini round robin thing this weekend.
Yeah, I think we're excited. I thought winning the Vernon game, taking some momentum Monday, winning against Angelina.
Right.
I thought we had 2 or 3 really good days of practice. So I was really encouraged by the way the guys really prepared this week, and so I'm excited to see these guys compete this weekend. And so we're going to see 2 quality teams. Some guys are going to not going to really lay down for us. So we'll have to play good, clean baseball, and hopefully we can do that.
Health-wise, are we doing okay? Are we any position guys injured?
We're all injured right about now. We've got some arms that are still dealing with stuff, and we're just trying to stay afloat right now. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. Who's going to get the ball tonight?
James Kuykendall will get the ball tonight. So.
All right. Go get him, man.
All right. Thanks.
Playing your music. Big thank you to Coach Wren for talking to me here a few minutes ago. He was just about ready to hit pregame when I caught him. Apaches are about to take the field. Glad you're with us. Hope you can give us a shout-out on the YouTube message box there. If you're in the Remind system, shoot me a text on the Remind system. And we are just about ready to play baseball. Let's go through the starting lineup for the Arkansas Baptist Buffaloes. They're 8-6 on the year. They're led by second-year head coach Roger Mallison. And here's what their lineup looks like tonight. Leading off in center field is Blake McClellan. Batting second at second base is Ryan Mallison. Batting third at third base is Thomas Gonzalez. The cleanup hitter is first baseman Nick Kreutzer. Batting fifth is the catcher Landon Colson. Batting sixth is the DH Brandon Hall. The left fielder Tyler Robb bats seventh. Right fielder Angel Alvarez will bat eighth. And the shortstop Max Seitz will bat in the 9 position. On the mound for the Buffs, Victor Magalines from Houston, Texas. We'll talk more about Victor as the Apaches come to the plate in the bottom half. Defensively for the Apaches, in left field, Bo Busing gets the start. In center, it's Chase Evans. Out in right field, Taylor Broadway. Around the infield at third, it's Colton Whitehouse. Shortstop, Luke Boyd. Second base, Jared Wells will start for the Apaches. Eric Bullock back at first base tonight. Blake Maddox behind the plate. And on the bump for the Tyler Apaches, the right-handed sophomore from Spring, Texas, James Kuykendall. 6'1" and 200 pounds. Kuykendall 3-2 on the season with a 5.63 ERA. 24 innings pitched for James. 18 strikeouts, just 3 walks in those 24 innings. This will be Kuykendall's 6th start of the year, his 7th appearance overall. Apaches wearing their gold tops with the white pants and the white caps tonight. A little different look. I don't think I've seen this yet this year. And the Buffs from Arkansas Baptist wearing their black tops with the, I guess, purple and white trim, white pants with the black piping down the side and the black stirrups. And we are just about ready to roll here, maybe a minute early. We'll see first pitch, 6:29, swung on and missed. Strike one to Blake McClellan. Glad you're with us. 55 degrees. The temperature's dropped about 20 degrees in the last hour, maybe hour and a half or so. I called the softball doubleheader out at Brook Hill today, and it was low 70s, 74 we got out at some point, and we had the front come in, and it got chilly. Got some rain in the area, so we'll keep an eye on the radar. Kind of moving to the north, and right now just getting some sprinkles in Jacksonville, about 25 miles south of Tyler, so we'll try to keep you appraised as what's going on there. Almost got him. 3-1 on leadoff hitter Blake McClellan. The Buffs from Arkansas Baptist, 8-6 on the year. They play in a Region 2 conference in Oklahoma. We'll talk about some of the schools and the standings up there here in just a bit. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Kuykendall, again, his 6th start of the year, 7th appearance overall. 3-2 with a 5.63 ERA. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's a leadoff walk. There goes the perfect game. So Kuykendall, with just 3 walks in 24 innings of work, walks the leadoff guy. And here's Ryan Mallison, the second baseman. Did not get to talk to Coach Mallison about this young man, but I got to believe it's his son. I don't know that, but same last name. Chopper, first base side. Bullock's going to catch it, step on the bag for out number 1. 3U if you're scoring at the house. Glad you're with us. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. Would love to hear from some of you, especially some of you Buff fans. I think we've handed out a few flyers, so Miss Hughes has got with us already from Baytown. Appreciate her checking in. And I hope someone can get the word to Mr. Lawhon. We are streaming. You got me a question here a few minutes ago during the pregame show. Could not respond to that. 1 out, nobody aboard. I'm sorry, runner second. Thomas Gonzalez steps in. He's the third baseman for the Buffs. First pitch in there for strike 1. Home plate umpire going with the 3/4 sleeves. He's a brave guy. It's going to get chilly tonight, especially if it starts drizzling. Get a little rain here. The turf will take just about as much as we can handle out here in terms of the rain, as long as it's not a downpour. So these games were originally scheduled for Friday, Saturday, but when they were moved, we had 2 teams coming from a pretty good distance. It looked like we were going to get rain last night. Did not get much at all here, just a sprinkle or 2 in the area. 0-1 pitch. That's low. Maddox is all over that one. It's 1-1. So the Buffs are in a conference with Connor State, Northeast Oklahoma, Seminole State, Rose State, and Eastern Oklahoma State College. And they have not started conference play yet. Swing and a foul tip, and Maddox holds on to that one. 1-2. Connor State is 17-2 overall. NEO 14-2. Seminole 15-5. This Arkansas Baptist club 8-6. Rose State is 7-9. Eastern Oklahoma 8-15. Spin throw to second, and McClellan's back in plenty of time. And I can tell you right now, those are some pretty solid Division I junior colleges out of the state of Oklahoma. There's a chopper foul. Whitehouse gloves it, but a couple of feet outside the foul line. Count stays 1-2 on Thomas Gonzalez. Glad you're with us. Hope you can check in either on the YouTube messaging or, okay, Mr. Lawhon's got us now. Glad to have him aboard. Here's the 1-2. 2-2. And I'll shoot out a message here between innings. Try to remind folks, if they don't know, we are online. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the first, just getting started. Foul back. Count will stay 2-2. Kuykendall comes set. Another spin throw. They're trying to keep McClellan close to that bag. Like to see it work in the running game a little bit tonight. I know this Arkansas Baptist team last year, they would steal. As you heard Coach Mallison on the pregame show talk about, they led the nation in steals per game. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a high one. First strikeout of the night for James Kuykendall. And there's 2 away now for the cleanup hitter, Nick Kreitzer.
Now batting, number 33, Nick Kreitzer.
So, first baseman Nick Kreitzer steps in. He's stepping in from the left side. And I know that Coach Mallison had some good words about Nick on the pregame show. Feels like he'll add some pop to their lineup. First pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. 2 out. Runner at second base is Blake McClellan. He reached on a walk and moved to second on a ground ball to first base. Kuykendall doing a nice job of keeping McClellan close to second base. 1-0 pitch. Here it is. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Apaches will play 2 games tomorrow. Split doubleheader. And you have to sleep fast on the night you spring forward here. 2 balls, 1 strike. We will not broadcast the 9 o'clock game tomorrow. We have some commitments that will not allow that, but we will broadcast the 4 o'clock game against East Central. Swing and a miss. Fastball got by Nick Kreitzer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. James Kuykendall working here in inning number 1. Popped out of play. That didn't sound good. I did not see the angle of that. I'm trying to see if it got past the Camry here. We got to keep an eye out for that Camry. Already had 1 ball go through my windshield a few years back, and don't need another one. 2-2's the count with 2 outs. Kuykendall now with 19 pitches here, trying to finish things up in the first inning. There's a tapper to second. Jared Wells on the run, flips it over to Bullock for the final out. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house. So the leadoff walk is stranded, and Arkansas Baptist puts a donut on the board in the top of the first. We'll be back in just a minute with the bottom half. You're watching Apache Baseball on ApacheAthletics.com. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play for you here. The Apaches come to the plate in their half of the first inning. Chase Evans will lead it off. The order looks like this. Evans in center, Jared Wells at second, Taylor Broadway in right, Jordan Trahan, the DH, Colton Whitehouse at third, Eric Bullock at first, Blake Maddox behind the plate, left fielder Bo Busing bats eighth, Luke Boyd is the shortstop, he'll bat ninth. Defensively for the Buffs, Tyler Robb in left, Blake McClellan in center, Angel Alvarez in right. There's a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 on Chase Evans. Around the infield, Thomas Gonzalez at third, Max Seitz at short, Ryan Mallison at second, Nick Kreutzer at first. Behind the plate, Landon Colson, and on the mound, Victor Magalanes. Magalanes, the left-handed sophomore out of Houston, Nimitz. He is 1-1 so far this season with a 5.23 ERA, 20 2/3, 12 strikeouts, 9 walks. And that ball's fouled into the bleachers down the right side. Counts 1-2 on Chase Evans. This is Magalane's 6th appearance of the 2017 season for the Buffs. Ground ball to shortstop. And that's Seitz throwing it across. Bang, bang play. And the dugout thought he was safe, and he might have been safe. And umpire took his time making that call. Max Seitz threw it across the diamond, barely got the leadoff runner, Chase Evans. Here's Jared Wells, second baseman. Coach Wren switching it up tonight down at first base. Is that what I'm seeing there? Who's coaching first base? Huh? This is Coach Wren down here. Okay, well, I just looking through a net here. Somehow I thought he switched up tonight. He's back at third. 1-0 to Jared Wells. With one out, nobody aboard. Outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Magalanes in his 6th start of the year, 1-1 with a 5.23 ERA. Actually, we don't know if it's a start. It's his 6th appearance. Their stats don't separate starts from appearances. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Jared Wells. In 20 2/3 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 9 walks. Swing and a miss. There's the first strikeout of the night for Magalanes. And there's 2 outs here in the first. Here's Taylor Broadway.
Now batting, number 7, Taylor Broadway.
Broadway up there with 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of inning number 1. Apache softballers split a doubleheader. He had a conference doubleheader against Bossier Parish. They won the first game 9-3, but lost the second game in run rule 13-4. Fouled straight back. It's 1-1. So far we got nothing but zeros on the board. Bottom of first inning. Little tapper right side. Kreuter's up with it. Flips over to Magalanes for the out. So good play right there to end the inning for the Buffs. That'll go 3-1. And we'll go to the second. We're still tied at 0. Back in just a minute. Stay with us. And welcome back to Mike Carter. We'll try to bring you up to speed in Region 14 play. Tyler Junior College and Coastal Bend in the Division III division of Region 14. Of course, it's Apache's 10-8 coming into tonight's ball game. Coastal Bend now 14-12 on the season. South Zone of the Division I Conference, Sanjak. They're still undefeated in conference play, 6-0, 16-6 on the year. They're followed by Alvin at 6-1, Blinn at 4-3, Galveston 3-3. Wharton and Laredo are both 0-6 in the Eastern Zone. Navarro has jumped out 6-0. Panola 2-2, Paris 1-2, Bossier 1-2, Northeast 2-4, Angelina 1-3 in conference play. So Region 14 is now in conference, both South Zones and East Zones. Of course, the Apaches have a couple of weeks before they play Coastal Bend in their regional matchups. 0-2 now on Landon Colson, the catcher. We get his first look at James Kuykendall. On a cool evening here at Mike Carter in East Texas. Again, the cold front came through about an hour and a half ago. And the temperatures have dropped dramatically in a short span of time. Game time temp was 55 with a northeasterly wind. I know during the softball games we had a southeasterly wind, and that totally changed now. And wind's going to blow out. Well, no, it isn't. Looking at these flags, and I don't know. Well, I guess it is northeastern. I don't know. Looking at them. So it's going to blow across towards right field, I guess is what it's going to be tonight. It's going to be from left field foul pole to right field foul pole. And that's a leadoff walk. The second time that Kuykendall has walked a leadoff. I tell you what, that's not a good habit to get into. Leadoff hitter that gets on base scores half the time. And here is Brandon Hall, the DH. Kuykendall comes set. Fastball outside corner, strike one. Now we started 1 minute early tonight. High fastball, he chased. No balls and 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Brandon Hall. Bats in the 6th spot, 5, 6, and 7 here in the second inning for the Buffs. Arkansas Baptist College. Here in Little Rock, Arkansas, about 4.5 hours, not quite 4.5, just over 4 hours from Tyler, about 262 miles. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll be strikeout number 2 for Kuykendall. Popping the leather. See that on a cool night, you better be ready to hit. Here's Tyler Robb, the left fielder. Kuykendall comes set with 1 out and 1 aboard. Ball missed outside. 1-0 to Tyler Robb. A pretty good contingency from Arkansas Baptist that has shown up here in the bleachers. Definitely a night where you're going to need the jacket and lots of blankets out. I see cowboy blankets and I see Aggie blankets and other miscellaneous blankets out at the ballpark tonight. The wind is also going to make it quite chilly. It's going to blow across these bleachers from third base side to first base side. They almost got him. It was pretty close. Landon Colson, the catcher, out over at first base. Colson has 3 steals. He's 3 for 4 this year, so he was leaning again. His Buffs team has stolen 15 bases. Has only been caught 3 times. We got 3 guys with 3 steals apiece. Colson's got 3. McClellan's got 3. Swing and a miss. And Brian Clay, who was not in the lineup tonight, he also has 3 stolen bases. So they have a couple of guys that'll go. Snap throw over as Kuykendall trying to keep Landon Colson close to the bag. It's a benefit to have a catcher that actually can steal some bags for you. Old Blake Maddox has got 3 stolen bases. Rascal, 3 for 5. Apaches have stole 28 bases on the season. They have played a few more games. Apaches 18 games under their belts, and the Buffs just 14. So 3-1 now to Tyler Robb. Kuykendall having a little bit of command issue here early. He's already got 2 walks in 2 innings. Here's a 3-1. And there's another walk, second walk of the inning for Kuykendall. 3rd walk of the game. Here's Angel Alvarez. Alvarez gets his first look at James Kuykendall. And with 1 out, wouldn't think that Coach Mallison would be bunting here, but never know. Alvarez, the right fielder for the Buffs. Swing and a miss. A little late on that one. And it's 0-1. Another spin throw, and he got him. A really good job tonight by James Kuykendall to work on controlling that running game, and he finally got Colson. He picked him off. Really good footwork and good location is all. That's what the pickoffs are all about. If you can locate picks, you're going to have a chance to get a few of them. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Angel Alvarez. He's the 8th batter in the Buff lineup. So that certainly alleviates a little bit of pressure here. He's walked 2 in the inning, but he just picked one of them off second. And he's 1 strike away from getting out of it. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout number 3 for James Kuykendall. And the Buffs are done here in the second. 2 walks. Kuykendall works around the walks. Nice job there. Good job of working those runners and locating a good pickoff at second. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Still scoreless here at Mike Carter. Stay with us. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field. We're in Tyler, Texas, just about a mile inside the West Loop. Right off Front Street, right next to the Tyler Rose Garden and the Trinity Mother Frances Rose Football Stadium. Harvey Convention Center right behind us. First pitch swinging. The big fella tops the fence in left field. Trahan scoots into second base with a leadoff stand-up double. Well, you'll like to see that. Get Jordan Trahan on track tonight. Swinging at the first pitch he saw, and he drilled it. Here's Colton Whitehouse. Runner at second, nobody out. Scoreless tie, and Jordan Trahan just broke up the no-hitter. Breaking pitch, outside corner, strike one. 4, 5, and 6 for the Apaches here in the second inning. Trahan just doubled. Whitehouse at the plate. Eric Bullock on deck. Whitehouse is going to show bunt in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Well, I'm telling you. Well, now we got Coach Sherman at third, right? Am I seeing things? He went there. He was there the first inning. Is that right? It's not Wren. I know Wren. I've known him for quite a while. I just had a feeling. So we got Coach Chad Sherman coaching third base and Garrett McMullen at first. Coach Wren's in the dugout. Has he done this on the road at all? First time all year Coach Wren's giving his signs from the dugout. I kind of like it. I've done it before. It's a little different. It allows you to stay in touch with your hitters as they come back from the at-bats. So I kind of like that aspect of it. 2-2 now to Whitehouse. Runner at second base, nobody out. Check swing, I thought he went. Goodness. All right, well, Whitehouse is going to give another pitch because I thought he went after that. Home plate umpire did not call it. And he deferred to the field umpire and palms down. So full count now on Colton Whitehouse. Trahan doubled to lead the inning off. Victor Magallanes working here in the second inning. The left-handed sophomore out of Houston Nimitz. 1-1 on the season. Here's the payoff pitch. That ball hit pretty good to right center, and I don't think anyone's going to get it. It's going to one-hop the fence. And the big fella's going to be waved around to throw to third, not going to even come, and it's a sliding triple for Colton Whitehouse. Apaches lead it 1-0. Whitehouse, and that wind is blowing in that direction, so he might have got a little bit of a push there, but Trahan got on his horse and just kept coming. So it's a RBI triple for Colton Whitehouse. The Apaches take a 1-0 lead here in the second, and here's Eric Bullock. First pitch to Bullock. Fastball away, and it's 1-0. Bullock not wearing any sleeves either. Not sure what he's thinking about. Temperature now 53 and dropping. It feels like 49 with the wind we got. Now it's kicking up to 14 miles an hour according to the Weather Channel. And that rain kind of hanging around East Texas. So far, it's staying away from Tyler. It's kind of inching its way from Jacksonville. That whole blob of green and yellow and orange is kind of moving north, and probably fine to get this one in tonight as we're already in the second inning. And swing and a miss. Bullock takes a big hack at that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Apaches with 2 extra base hits in this inning. A leadoff double by Jordan Trahan, and Whitehouse just hit a triple to the right center gap. Ground ball, left side. Gonzalez has it in his glove. He fires across. Not in time. So it's an infield single for Bullock. 1B5, and the Apaches are a home run away from the cycle in the inning. A double, a triple, and a single. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners. Here's Blake Maddox. Maddox, the 7th batter in the Apache lineup. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Coach Wren giving those signs from the dugout. First time this year, base runners and batters are going to have to glance in the Apache dugout before stepping in. Maddox at the plate. Here's the first pitch. That ball's up. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes to the Apache catcher, Blake Maddox. See every once in a while that breeze pick up. It's constant here. The wind is definitely going to be a factor tonight in this ball game because it's blown across the diamond from the left field corner to the right field corner. That's the angle at which the balls hit to the right center gap, probably from the light pole over, are going to get some push. And we saw that on the ball that Whitehouse just hit. That ball just kept going. And like Trahan's ball, it one-hopped the fence. 2 balls and no strikes to Blake Maddox. Got a runner at third, nobody out. A little situational hitting. Apaches hope to extend the 1-0 lead. Pop-up, that's out of play, back to our right, as Bullock was off with the pitch. We'll have to go back, and it's 2-1. Victor Magalanes. We got a young one down there. Definitely lighting up the crowd mic tonight. Next pitch misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Probably a little chilly to bring Baker out here tonight. I don't think he's going to make an appearance on a night like tonight. 3-1 pitch coming up. Here it is. Misses low, and the bases are loaded. That'll be the first walk of the night for Victor Magalanes. And that'll load him up for Bo Busing. Bullock goes down to second base. Whitehouse at third, and now Maddox at first. Bo Busing with a chance to open up a little bit more of a cushion here. Apaches lead at 1-0. Trahan led the inning off with a double, and he scored on the triple by Whitehouse. Breaking pitch, 0-1 to Bo Busing. Yeah, Mr. Lawhorn commenting on my misidentification of Coach Wren down there. Coach Sherman kind of was right up against the net at the time I was looking at him, so awkward angle from up here, and I was looking right through the net and didn't think it was Coach Wren. I wonder if there's a heater down there. Maybe that's why Wren's staying in the dugout. Back in the day, I remember there was a heater in our dugout on a cold night. It's not that cold, but I got rid of it because our guys didn't want to come out of the dugout. There's a ground ball to the right side. Throw to second for 1, and that'll be all. Apaches get another run on a fielder's choice by Bo Busing. That'll go 3-6 on the put out at second, so Maddox is out. Bullock goes to third, and Whitehouse comes home to score the second run of the inning. So we're keeping runs in the hit column and hits in the error column on the scoreboard tonight. So if you're at the ballpark, don't get confused. 2-0 Apaches. We're in the bottom of the second. Runners on the corners. And 1 out. And here's Luke Boyd for his first at bat of the night. He's batting in the 9 position. Apaches 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning. Pickoff attempt, and Busing is back safely. Busing will get an RBI on that. And ground out. There's the safety squeeze back to the mound. Throw to the plate. Very close play at home plate. And That was Bullock that slid under the tag. Pretty close. He went head first. I thought he was out, but and so did the catcher, Landon Colson. Those of you that have the replay at home might be able to check that one out. Very close play at home plate. Home plate umpire's got the best view in the house, and he called him safe, and it's 3-0 Apaches. So the safety squeeze, it's going to be a fielder's choice, 1-2. Boyd will get the RBI. Bullock comes home to score. That's center right at McClellan. He'll glove it and rifle it in. There's 2 outs. That was the ball off the bat of Chase Evans. L8. And there's 2 down. 8th batter of the inning for the Apaches. Jared Wells struck out swinging his first time up.
Jared Wells.
Two outs in the inning, first and second. 3 runs are already in for Tyler. Victor Magallanes working here. Check swing, yes he did. And it's 0-1 on Jared Wells. Still got 2 aboard. You got Busing down at second and Boyd at first. Now time is called. It's always a challenge for that home plate umpire to know whether he's got an opportunity to grant time, and Jared Wells asked for it, and Magallanes was taking his sweet time on the mound. Here's the 0-1 in there, 0-2. Line shot foul. We'll do it again at 0-2. Just missed on the fastball, and it's 1-2. So these 2 teams will play again at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, again, it's spring forward night, so don't forget to push your clocks ahead tonight. Fouled straight back as Wellesley. Scrappy at bat right here, pushing the pitch count for Magallanes up a little bit. Right now at 40 pitches, 41. 24 strikes, 17 balls. 1-2 pitch. Outside, we're even at 2-2. So a 9 o'clock game between Tyler and Arkansas Baptist tomorrow morning. Then a 1 o'clock game between Arkansas Baptist and East Central. And then a 4 o'clock game between East Central and Tyler. East Central from Mississippi. Chopper, and did not touch it. Oh, he did touch it. I didn't think he touched it, but evidently the home plate umpire believed he did. And did you think it hit him? It might have. It took an awkward spinning move off his, I don't know, it could have glanced off his body. Home plate umpire immediately indicated fair ball when that ball spun because it went off the pitcher Magallanes, and now Coach Mallison could take the long, slow walk. He's got nobody getting loose. This is not a take a pitcher out visit. This is just a maybe let's settle down visit. Try to keep this thing at 3-0. So that's going to be, I don't know. It's an ugly single. I don't know that I can give you. I guess it could be an error. I don't know. What do you think? I'm going to give him a hit. We're at home, I guess. 1B1. So you got bases loaded now for the Apaches after the very awkward spinning infield single. It's kind of a chopper off of the bat of Wells. It had some spin on it, and it went off, I think, the shoulder maybe or something of the pitcher Magalanes and rolled foul. And there was no way he could pick it up in time to get Wells. So now you got bases loaded for Taylor Broadway. Challenging at bat right here now. You got to watch out if you're Arkansas Baptist. Broadway 392 on the year, 7 doubles, 2 homers, 15 RBIs for Taylor. First pitch misses, 1-0. Got to believe Broadway's going to be sitting on something right here. Bases full of Apaches, 2 outs. That's in there for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 9th batter of the inning for the Apaches. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, foul. Thought it was going to stay fair for a minute. It's 1-2 on Taylor Broadway. The inning started with a Trahan double. Whitehouse tripled. Bullock singled. A walk to Maddox. Busing hit a fielder's choice to first base. A safety squeeze, and there's a check swing, and he's out. So Broadway strikes out to end the inning. The Apaches lose an opportunity to extend a 3-0 lead. That's going to be strikeout number 2 for Victor Magalanes. But the Apaches get 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave them loaded, and we'll go to the 3rd inning. Your new score for Mike Carter Field, Tyler 3, Arkansas Baptist 0. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. First pitch swinging. It's the 9-hitter Max Seats popping it up to center. And easy catch for Chase Evans. F8 if you're scoring at the house. And that's the 39th pitch of the night for Kuykendall. 22 strikes, 17 balls so far for James. Back to the top of the lineup we go for the Buffs. Blake McClellan walked his first time up. First pitch is a fastball, misses outside. It's 1-0. That pitch misses low, and it's 2-0. Okay, yeah. I don't know what the deal was there. Look out, that's fouled toward Rose football stadium to our right over the first base side bleachers. It's actually a fireman's training center right outside the parking lot here at Mike Carter Field. 2 balls, 1 strike. Misses low, and McClellan has worked a 3-1 count. Next pitch, and it's another walk for Blake McClellan. So he's walked in 2 at-bats both times. It's going to be walk number 4. And Kuykendall has gotten himself out of a couple of jams here, but, man, you just hate to see 4 walks in the first 3 innings. on the season, Kuykendall had only 3 walks coming in 24 innings. Fastball misses. It's 1-0. At some point, might get a quick trip to the mound from Coach Sherman. If James can't rope it in here. McClellan at first, he's got 3 stolen bases on the year. He has not been thrown out yet, and it's 2-0. Ryan Mallison at the plate. He grounded out to Eric Bullock his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 this evening. Mallison on the year, 326, 2 doubles, a homer, and 11 RBIs. Pop up. This could stay in play, and it is. And Whitehouse has to stay with it. That's the dangerous one right there. Those pop-ups with that breeze blowing across the diamond is definitely going to force the fielders to keep their feet moving every time that ball goes in the air. F5 if you're scoring at the house. Here's Thomas Gonzalez. He struck out swinging back in the first. So there's 2 outs and 1 aboard. Misses high, 1-0. Kuykendall continues to fall behind hitters. Let's hope the Apaches can score enough runs here. That's not going to make a big difference. He is right at 48. 24 balls, 24 strikes. 1-0. Oof. Haven't seen the umpire go off the plate there. He did that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little surprised if you don't. There goes McLennan. That's what I was just going to say. I was going to be a little surprised if you didn't see McClellan take a shot at stealing second here with 2 outs. He was going on that pitch and it was fouled straight back. Outs 1 and 2. I would probably expect McClellan to go again here between now and the end of this at bat. Let's try to get in scoring position as the Buffs trying to chip away to 3-0 deficit. Again, we see James Kuykendall working the running game. I like to see that. Keep those runners honest on the base pass. Pretty short lead right here by McClellan. Not going. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, it's definitely a jacket night, if not more. Lots of blankets. The wind's blowing right in people's faces, especially on the Apache side. 2-2. Fouled straight back. Good rip on a fastball by Gonzalez. Just missed it. Count will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Game time temperature was 55. Last time we checked it, it was 53. It's going to go nowhere but down tonight. I think we got a chance to get in the 30s. Pop up, right side. That's going to get out of play. I don't know that we'll be in the 30s before we leave the ballpark, but I think overnight they're calling for lows in the 30s. Let me double check here and see what they say. Yeah, right at 40. So I saw a forecast yesterday that said 39. So we're on our way there. These two, going to be a nippy start tomorrow. I'll tell you that. 9 o'clock start. And these 2 teams will turn around and play each other again. It's a full count now on Thomas Gonzalez. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner will be going. Bullock's going to hold him. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. Off to our right, that wind kicks up again. I'll tell you what, when that wind kicks up, those flags, it's the national championship flags around the ballpark here, along with the Apache flags, and they are whipping tonight. Thomas Gonzalez, third baseman for the Buffs, second at bat of the night. He struck out swinging back in the first inning. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him again. For Kuykendall, strikeout number 4. And he works around a one-out walk here in the third inning. We go to the bottom half of the third. The Apaches lead it 3-0. Stay with us. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Jordan Trahan will lead it off once again here in the third inning. He led off the second inning, and he led it off by hitting the first pitch he saw off the fence in left field. He one-hopped the fence. 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0. This is where Trahan's dangerous. 2-0 pitch right here. Look for a pretty good hack out of the big fella here. 2-0. There it is, line shot. Left field, and Trahan 2 for 2. One B7. And did he bobble it and left? I heard a lot of noise below me, and it sounded like some of the parents were thinking he was going to go to second, and then he put the brakes on. Here's Colton Whitehouse. He tripled off the right center wall. Like Trahan, he one-hopped the wall. He got it up into that jet stream. And it just kept going over Angel Alvarez's head. And he's I guess he's the only lefty in the lineup for the Apaches tonight. But if he can pull the ball, he's going to get a little help. 2 balls and no strikes. And now Victor Magalines is having a little trouble with his command. He fell behind Trahan 2-0, and Jordan made him pay. And you'd think Whitehouse is going to be sitting on something here, 2-0. There's a nice outside fastball, and it's 2-1. The Apaches with 3 runs on 5 hits. The Buffaloes, no runs, no hits, no errors. They've had 3 base runners, and all of them have reached by the walk. Ball's in the dirt. Nicely blocked there by Landon Colson to keep Trahan at first base. In case you're wondering, old Trahan does not have a stolen base this year. Inside corner, 3-2 on Colton Whitehouse. You wonder if they might turn him loose here, 3-2. Got a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Lefty at the plate. Not going. Little chopper foul, and we'll do it again. That's not going to feel too good on a cool night. I say it's cool, but it's all relative, right? I've been out here when it's sub-freezing in the winds like this. Talk about cold. I'd be curious to know from the player's perspective. I know that turf tends to hold the heat. And I wonder if that has any effect on how they feel during the ball games after a day of sunshine. Strike 3 called. Whitehouse thought he had ball 4. He started toward first. It's a backwards K, the third strikeout of the night for Magalanes.
Number 42, Eric
And
Bullock.
there's one out here in the third inning. Here is Eric Bullock. An infield single his last time up. Bullock on the year, 413. 3 doubles, 1 triple, a homer, and 4 RBIs. First pitch missed low. 1 ball, no strikes on Eric Bullock. Trahan at first, 1 out. Breaking pitch misses low, 2-0. You wonder, not a bad hit and run count right here, just to try to get something moving, stay out of double play. With Bullock at the plate, though, he moves pretty good. I don't know if it's a double play scenario for the Apaches. Not going. That ball's well hit to the left center gap, and that's going to one-hop the fence. Trahan on his horse once again. Here's the throw. No throw to the plate, and the big fella comes around to score again. He's getting his chance to run the bases tonight. This time it was an RBI double off the bat of Eric Bullock. That ball was smoked into the left center gap. Jordan Trahan 2 for 2. He scored twice. Apaches being pretty efficient getting their runners across. Here's Blake Maddox. He walked his last time up. You got Bullock at second. And still only 1 out in the inning. It's 4-0 Apaches. Off speed in the dirt, ball 1. Is it 1-0? Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. All right. Scoreboard guy fell asleep for a second. The Wells are watching in Katy. Awesome. Love to hear from any of you that are watching, whether you're on the Remind system, shoot me a note, or anyone else out there. I will try to run those times by again here in a minute for tomorrow's ball games. We will not be able to broadcast the first game of the morning, so got some commitments that I have to honor. There's a ground ball. Muffed at first, and finally Magalanes does cover. Nick Kreutzer knocked it down, played with it for a minute, and then picked it up and flipped it over to Victor Magalanes for the out. So it goes 3-1 on the ground out by Maddox. Bullock will move over to third base with 2 outs. And here's Bo Busing. Busing, his first time up, hit a ground ball to first. Got an RBI on the fielder's choice, so he's 0 for 1 with an RBI tonight. First pitch missed for ball 1. Score is 4-0 Apaches. Have 4 runs on 6 hits. There's a foul ball. Stays at home plate. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Bo Busing. Magalanes now with 64 pitches, 36 strikes, and 29 balls, 65 pitches now in the ball game. Started the inning with 47, so 18 in the inning so far. 1-1. Low, 2-1 to Busing. Apaches 4 runs on 6 hits. The Buffs no runs on no hits. Here's the 2-1. Outside corner, and we're even at 2. The bottom of the third inning. Apaches have scored one already. Trahan led the inning off with a single to left. Whitehouse struck out looking. A double by Bullock scored Trahan. And now you got Bullock over at third with 2 outs after the Maddox ground out. Bo Busing with a 2-2 count. In the dirt, 3-2. Full count on Bo Busing. 2 outs. Bullock at third. That ball's well hit to center, but it's right at McClellan, and he'll glove it for the final out. So, well hit ball off the bat of Bo Busing. He squared it up. But the Apaches do get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a guy at third. We'll go to the 4th inning. A new score from Mike Carter. The Apaches 4 and the Buffs 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to the field. We head to the top of the 4th. I got to correct my game times. I apologize if I'm confusing anyone, as I had the game times mixed up. So tomorrow the schedule is this: TJC versus Arkansas Baptist. They'll play a 7-inning game at 11 a.m. and Arkansas Baptist will turn around and play East Central out of Mississippi at 1:30, and then the Apaches will play East Central at 4. So it's 11, 1:30, and 4 tomorrow. So unfortunately, we will not be able to broadcast that first game, but we will get the 4 o'clock game against East Central. Pop-up right side. It's going to stay in the field of play, and Whitehouse stays with it. Again, everything's an adventure tonight in the air, and Kreutzer is out on the F05. 0 for 2 now. Nick Kreutzer, he grounded out his first time up. Here's Landon Colson. Colson walked back in the 2nd inning, so 1 out here in the 4th inning. James Kuykendall. Fastball by the bat of Colson for strike 1. So tomorrow's schedule, 11, 1:30, and 4. The Apaches play the 11 and the 4. And we will broadcast the 4 o'clock game. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. Popped out of play, straight over our heads. We'll do it again at 1-2. So the Apaches and the Buffs will get a little more sleep than I thought. Line shot, left field. This is trouble, and that's going to one-hop the fence. Good piece of hitting right there as Landon Colson went down and got that pitch. 2B7 if you're scoring at the house. Yeah, 1 out double. Here's Brandon Hall, the DH. Hall struck out his first time up. Kuykendall has struck out 4, but he's also walked 4. And that's the first hit of the game right there. No hitter is gone. Fly ball right side out of play. That's the ball right there. It's just going to get up on that jet stream and take off. So if you've got some right-handers that can stay back and drive it the other way, they're going to get some help tonight. That wind is whistling. That flag in right field blowing like crazy right toward the trees. 0-1 pitch. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brandon Hall. So we'll repeat those game times again as before we go off tonight. But first game at 11 tomorrow against the Buffs. 4-0 Apaches here. Top of the 4th. Another spin move, and Kuykendall showing some dexterity on the mound. He's already picked one guy off and definitely done a good job of keeping the... He's the guy that he picked off at second last time. Same guy. Landon Colson, the catcher. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. In the dirt, Maddox, great job of blocking that. And it's 2-1. What a nice thing it is for the pitchers to know if you throw that breaking ball low, well, Blake Maddox is going to block it. Got runners on base, and the catcher can't block the ball. Those pitchers don't want to throw that ball too low. 2-1 pitch. Check swing. Look out over in the Apache dugout. And it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're at the 6th spot in the Buff lineup. 2-2 pitch coming up. Fastball away, 3-2. Well, Kuykendall has had his moments tonight. 68 pitches, 37 strikes, 31 balls. Just has given up his first hit of the night. Swing and a miss. He's got the good fastball. And that's another strikeout, number 5 of the night for James. And here's Tyler Robb, the left fielder.
14, Tyler Robb.
Robb was a walk recipient back in the 2nd inning, so he's not having an official at bat this evening. First pitch misses for ball 1. On the season, Tyler Robb, a 200 hitter. He's got 2 doubles and 5 RBIs. Robb tonight getting his 5th start of the season. Buffs have played 14 ball games, so now Blake Maddox is going to go out and talk to Kuykendall. I'm sure Maddox isn't real happy about Kuykendall's lack of command tonight. He's done a good job. He's at moments, obviously, he's got the good fastball tonight, just hasn't been able to command all his pitches. And at times that fastball has not been close. So 2-0 again to Tyler Robb. And Kuykendall has made a habit of falling behind hitters tonight. It's now 71 pitches on the night. Time is called. He's also taken his time out there at times. He's had a couple of guys step out on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That ball's skied to center field. Chase Evans has got room, though, and he'll catch it for the final out. Well, the 1-out double is stranded at second. Kuykendall works through another jam, minor, and we go to the bottom half of inning number 4, and the Apaches hold on to a 4-0 lead. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. 9-1-2 for the Apaches here.
In the
bottom half of the fourth inning.
Boyd.
Luke Boyd leads it off. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Victor Magalanes, left-handed sophomore out of Houston Nimitz, continues to toss here. He's thrown 70 through the first 3 innings. That first pitch is fouled down the Apache bullpen. And it's 0-1. Next pitch, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, there's not a definite movement of these rain showers. Corsicana, there's a line drive into left field. And Luke Boyd gets his first hit of the evening. 1B7. Found that 6-hole. Back to the top we go. Chase Evans. Grounded out to short and lined out to center field his last time up, so he's 0 for 2 tonight. Let's see if Coach Wren has him maybe drag bunt or sacrifice bunt here. 4-0 Apaches, bottom of the 4th. Not a bad time to play a little add-on baseball with Wells, Broadway, and Trahan coming up. Didn't show bunt that time. Obviously with Chase Evans at the plate, not a double play scenario. One-0 pitch. Fly ball, right center. This might carry. And center fielder's on his horse. He's not going to get there. That ball got up in the jet stream. And now you got Evans right on the tail of Luke Boyd. Boyd had to hold up. He wasn't sure the ball was going to drop. And you could kind of tell by the way McClellan in center took off after that ball. It just got up and kept going. And there's that jet stream taking that ball all the way to the warning track.
Number 2, Jerry Wells.
That's a double to the gap by Chase Evans. Second and third now, nobody out. Might see a safety squeeze here. Might let Jared Wells swing away. Lots of things you can do here. You're up 4 in the 4th. Hate to give outs away. Might just let Wellsy swing away. He had an awkward little dribbler that he got an infield single on his last time up. Next pitch misses, and we're even at 1-1. Jared Wells, 318 on the season. Just 1 double, no homers, 4 RBIs. Swinging away, fouls it off. It's 1-2. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Would love to have a productive out, if nothing else, here by Jared Wells. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Runner's not moving, and now we might have a run, and now they go. Tell you what, I don't know. Luke Boyd did not go, and Evans was halfway to third. We might have had a rundown scenario there, but Boyd ended up scoring on, I guess the shortstop made that play, right? 6-3?
Taylor Broadway.
So Wells will get an RBI on the fielder's choice, 6-3. Evans goes to third, and here's Taylor Broadway. First ball swinging left field and can't make the catch. That's going to be an error. Broadway hit it well, but that was a catchable ball, and Tyler Robb just missed it. E7. He was backpedaling, and that was his first mistake. You never backpedal, you turn and go. And the score's now 6-0 Apaches. 2 runs have come in the inning. And here is Jordan Trahan.
34, Jordan Trahan.
Trahan 2 for 2 tonight. A double and a single, both to left field. See if he jumps on the first pitch here. He's been pretty aggressive tonight. First pitch to Jordan. That ball is hit to the right side, but foul and out of play. It's going to carry way out of the ballpark in the Apache bullpen. Tell you what, if Jordan can stay back and keep his hands inside a baseball here, he's got to do is lift it to right field and it'll get out of here. 0-1 to the big fella. Runner at second is Taylor Broadway. Here's the 0-1. Grounder to short. And who's going to get it? Oh, my goodness. Seats has it, and he got him. So, boy, I tell you, you teach your third baseman to take in everything you can get. Thomas Gonzalez almost was a decoy. It's like deking him. I thought he was going to cut it off, and then he stopped at the last moment. And Max Seats had to hurry up and get rid of that ball to get Trahan at first. So you got 2 outs now. As Broadway goes to third. Here's Colton Whitehouse in the dirt, ball 1. Whitehouse tripled back in the second inning. He drove in Trahan for an RBI and struck out looking in the third. We're in the 4th inning. The Apaches have a 6-0 lead. Colton Whitehouse on the year, 269, 4 doubles, a homer, 7 RBIs for the Apache third baseman. Looking at a 2-0 count right here. That ball's well hit to left center and caught on the run. Nice sliding catch by Tyler Robb to end the inning. That'll go as an L7. And we'll go to the 5th inning. Your new score for Mike Carter. They add 2 more runs on 2 hits. They leave 1 on. And the Apaches now lead it 6-0. Back in just a minute. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. James Kuykendall back on the rubber for the Apaches. He's thrown 72 through 4 complete innings. His counterpart, Victor Magallanes, has thrown 85 through 4 innings. Kuykendall, kind of an ugly one-hit shutout at this point. I say ugly because he's walked 4 hitters. He's been in a couple of scenarios where he's had to work out of things, even though he's only given up 1 hit. First pitch misses, ball 1. That's been his trouble tonight. He has not been able to throw strike 1. Angel Alvarez leads it off. He struck out his first time out. Look out! That ball is right by the ear of James Kuykendall. Little chuck and duck right there. Kuykendall had to get out of the way of that one. The pitcher, the closest guy to home plate. So a leadoff single. Now we're going to get a pinch runner. So Alvarez now out of the ball game. We got a number on this guy, 4.
Now batting, number 1, Matt Seats.
So you got number 4. We'll let you know who that is. It's going to be Brian Clay. And Clay is the other guy with 3 steals for the Buffs. So Clay's going to come in and pinch run for Alvarez. We assume that he would stay in the ball game. We don't know that, but for now, he's over at first base. Here's Max Seitz. The shortstop flew out to center in his only at bat tonight. Apache's looking for that double play ball, and Clay with a pretty good lead over there. Not totally extended at first. Time is called after Kuykendall once again is freezing that runner. I don't mind that at all. James doing a pretty nice job of controlling the running game tonight of the Buffs. Here's the first pitch, a bunt attempt, and trying to get out of the way. Max Seitz had his bat squared around. He tried to pull it out of the way, and he couldn't. Pitch was not going to be a strike. Fouls off the pitch, and it's 0-1. We're at the 9 position in the Buff lineup. Leadoff hitter Blake McClellan on deck. In there for a strike. It's 0-2. That 6-0 Apaches. Brian Clay, freshman from Madison, Mississippi. His Buff lineup, or the Buff roster, has a number of guys from Texas. That ball's fouled straight back. Got a guy from Colorado. Number of Texans on their roster. Got Houston represented, Argyle, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. A couple of guys from Fort Worth, Frisco. Swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout number 6 for Kuykendall. There's one out now. Back to the top we go. Blake McClellan. McClellan has walked in both of his at-bats. Of course, a number of guys from Arkansas, Michigan on their roster, Mississippi, Puerto Rico. And there goes the runner, and he's not going to even throw it. So Brian Clay gets the stolen base. That's his 4th of the year. Pitch was called a ball. It's 1-0. Well, the rain is kind of moving in our direction. That ball's fouled well out of play, and it's 1-1. It's gradually inching its way towards Tyler from, now it's almost moving due east from the Metroplex. Whole front is creating some showers that are moving our way. There are some that are heavier, so need to keep this thing moving right along. 1-1 pitch. Chopper foul. Over toward the Buff dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Blake McClellan. McClellan on the season, a .310 hitter. 4 doubles. 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Said earlier, Brian Clay has three stolen bases. He's 3 out of 3. He has started 6 games, played in 11. Ground ball, third base. Whitehouse gloves it, throws across, throw behind the runner, safe at second. So McClellan is out at first base for the second out. Here's Ryan Mallison.
Now batting, number 10, Ryan Mallison.
Mallison, .326 on the year. 2 doubles, a homer, and 11 RBIs for the Buff second baseman. And we assume Ryan Mallison is head coach Roger Mallison's son. First pitch misses for ball 1. The Buffs have had their leadoff hitter on 3 of the 5 innings. They've only been able to muster 2 hits. and have not scored a run yet. So they've had their opportunities. They just have not been able to string anything together. Kuykendall's done a good job of controlling the running game as well. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Mallison. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, there's a breaking ball. And as James gets a feel for that breaking pitch, going to set up that fastball even more. Been popping the leather all night. One-two pitch. Another good block by Blake Maddox. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mallison and Kreutzer, the only lefties in this lineup. There goes the runner, stealing third on with 2 outs. Had a good jump. Would not have been a throw for that either. Ball was fouled out of play, and Clay has to go back to second base. Clay pinch ran for Angel Alvarez after he singled to center. Now James, he's done a nice job of, for the most part anyways, controlling this running game. Arkansas Baptist last year among the leading teams in stolen bases per game. Clay goes again. There's a foul ball this time down the first base line. But it's just foul, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Top of the 5th inning, 6-0 Apaches. 6-8-0 for the Apaches, 0-2-1 for the Buffs from Arkansas Baptist College. Brian Clay's out at second base with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Going again and swung on and missed on the high fastball. Second strikeout of the inning, 7th strikeout of the ball game for Kuykendall. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th. The score remains 6-0 Tyler over Arkansas Baptist. Stay with us. Six, 7, and 8 for Tyler this inning. Eric Bullock, Blake Maddox, Bo Busing scheduled to hit for the Apaches. Like to see the jog. Coach Sherman taking a little hop in his step down to third base coach's box. We need to get Coach Wren to do that. He didn't jog down there very much. He likes to walk. Maybe it's that bum knee he's got. First pitch. Missed. It's 1-0 to Eric Bullock. 2 for 2 tonight is the long fella. That ball's well hit to center field. Drifting back is McClellan. He's got room right in front of the warning track for the first out. That ball was well hit, just a little too high for Eric Bullock. And he's out on the F8. Here's Blake Maddox.
Number 24, Blake Maddox.
Maddox walked his first time up, grounded out to the first baseman, Nick Kreutzer his last time up, so Blake 0 for 1 tonight. Off speed, misses low, ball 1. Victor Magalene's 88 pitches now, 50 strikes, 38 balls. And that ball misses. 2-0 on Blake Maddox. Check swing. And yes, he did. I don't know. They're going to call that a strike. It's 2-1. On the year, Blake 209. It's in the dirt, 3-1. Maddox has 3 doubles, a homer, 6 RBIs on the season. Starting in his 15th ball game tonight. (3-1) in there for a strike. 3-2. Strike 3 called. Maddox thought he had a walk, and he's going to have to walk back to the dugout. 4th strikeout of the night for Magalene's.
Number 20.
And here's Bo Busing. Lined out to center field his last time up. He grounded out to first. Actually didn't ground out. He hit into a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning. Well hit on the first pitch. Left center field. And coming in to make the running grab is Tyler Robb for the final out. So the Apaches go in order in the 5th inning. We'll go to the 6th. The score remains 6-0. Apaches over the Buffaloes from Arkansas Baptist. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field. It's going to be 3, 4, and 5 for the Buffaloes here in the 6th inning. Arkansas Baptist back in 2015 went 22-27 on the year. And then last year they went 24-29. So trending up a little bit are the Buffaloes. Roger Mallison was an assistant coach there for a number of years and took over as the head coach 2 seasons. This is his 2nd year to be the skipper. Of course, they're in the conference. They get one of the most competitive conferences in the nation. Connors State, 17-2 right now. Northeast Oklahoma, they're 14-2. Seminole is 15-5. So those 3 teams are at the top of their conference right now. Rose State 7-9. Eastern Oklahoma 8-15 are the other schools in the conference. A 6-team conference in Oklahoma, and it's a challenge just to compete in that conference, much less get out to the regional tournaments. 2-0 now to Thomas Gonzalez. He struck out twice tonight. Kuykendall has 7 strikeouts on the evening. 2-0 pitch. Chopper. Foul. Look out. Uh-oh, Kuykendall might have tweaked his ankle there. He came off the mound awkwardly. He's kind of limping. And you might get a visit from Coach Sherman here. And he's, I think, was he calling for the trainer? Thought he looked over toward the dugout, and I guess he's fine. He was coming off the mound. I think he just turned his ankle. That's one of the negatives of the turf sometimes, is that we're going to get a visit from Coach Sherman to make sure he's okay. I don't know if they're going to charge him with a visit. He didn't ask for an injury visit. He just went out, and I think if I were Coach Sherman, I might ask for a couple of warm-up tosses just to make sure he's okay. Yeah, I guess he's okay. I guess they're going to charge him for a mound visit there. He did not. A lot of times when the coach goes out on those kind of scenarios, they'll ask for an injury visit, and Coach Sherman just went ahead and made a mound visit. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on and nobody out. Towering fly ball, left side of the infield. And Lloyd, again, everything's an adventure. He's got to keep his feet moving. He makes the grab, and there's 1 out. When that ball started out, it was right at short, and he ended up back behind second base. Let's see what the wind's doing. The ball's in the air. That flag in right field is trying to come off the pole. First pitch swinging, fouled straight back by Nick Kreutzer. Kreutzer grounded out to second and popped up to the third baseman. He's 0 for 2. 0-1. That pitch missed, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So Kuykendall does get ahead of Kreutzer. Swung on, fouled off the glove of Maddox. It's 1-2. Kuykendall now 95 pitches. 55 strikes, 40 balls. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt, we're even at 2-2. Kreutzer is the cleanup hitter. He's the first baseman for the Buffaloes. Landon Colson, the catcher, on deck. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8 for Kuykendall. And here's Landon Colson, the catcher. Colson walked in the second inning and doubled in the fourth. He got the very first hit of the night off of Kuykendall back in the 4th inning. Fastball in, ball 1. Well, as nice as it is to have 8 strikeouts through 6 innings, I still think Coach Sherman's probably wanting Kuykendall to be throwing strike 1. Falls behind again, 2-0. It's been the pattern all night. 99 pitches now. This will be pitch number 100. I wonder how long they're going to go with James here. Outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. That ball's fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody aboard here. Top of the 6th inning. It's a 9-inning ball game tonight. Got 2 7s in the morning. I think, is it starting to rain? People are moving down there. So here comes the rain. We've been waiting on this all night, and it's starting to come a little more consistently now, as the fans that are not under the home plate area where the covering is are now moving for cover, picking up their blankets. Full count on Landon Colson. Pop up right side, and Bullock is going to squeeze that one for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. Good inning right there by Kuykendall. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 6-0 Apaches. We got a heavier rain shower now coming in, and umpire's looking at the radar. I can promise you the Buffs don't want to shut this down. Coach Wren's going to go out there and talk to the umpires, and it's going to be their call. If they think it's unsafe to proceed, we will get off this field. We do have some pretty heavier rain coming in. It's not horrible just yet on the radar, but it's building up by Lindale, and we got some yellows and some oranges that are trying to sneak their way into the Tyler area. So we can definitely see the rain now, and probably not too comfortable for those players. Temperature dropping into the low 50s, and a pretty steady rain now. First pitch swung on, fouled straight back by Luke Boyd. 1 for 2 tonight. Boyd's got an RBI and a run scored and a single to left. 6-0 Apaches as we go to the bottom half of inning number 6. Magdalene's still on the mound. Fouled straight back. It's 0-2. Luke Boyd, the leadoff hitter in the 6th for the Apaches, just missed low. Here's one of the negatives of having a turf field is a night like this. Because at some point, if you had dirt on that field, you'd have to shut it down and cover the field to save tomorrow's games. Don't have to worry about that. And there's a strikeout of Luke Boyd. That's strikeout number 5 for Victor Magdalenes. And there's one out here in the 6th. Back to the top of the lineup we go. For the 4th time tonight, Chase Evans will stride up to home plate. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. As the rain continues kind of diagonally here. The wind is blowing it from left to right. And that pitch missed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. After we got through 5 complete, it's an official game, so this is already in the books here. All these stats will stick. And, I don't know. Be honest with you. I'd have to double check the NC2A rules, but they might be playing a suspended game and finish it in the morning. There's a ground ball and nice play at short by Max Seitz, 6-3. I want to say there was an emphasis on the suspended game rule this year, so there's an outside chance that this game would be finished in the morning since these two teams are playing in the first game of the day. Don't know exactly how that's going to work if somehow the weather forces us to stop. For now, doesn't appear. It seems like it's still coming down pretty good. You look up toward the lights and you can see it coming. As long as they can keep that ball dry and the pitcher is not slipping at all on that turf mound, I think we'll continue to play. Ball's in there for a strike. Yeah, I think it's 2-1. 2-1. 2 outs and nobody aboard here in the 6th. That ball's in the dirt. That ball's going to be wet. Anything that hits the turf now is going to have a little skip to it off the bat. 3-1 to Jared Wells. Ball's hit out of play to our right, and it's 3-2. Appreciate you joining the broadcast tonight. We've heard from a number of you on the message system. Yeah, we're getting a weather report from Baytown. It says it's been pouring down there. So there's a 2-out walk to Jared Wells. And let's see.
Now batting, number 7, Taylor Broadway.
It's just the second walk of the night for Magdalenes. And here's Taylor Broadway, excuse me. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Reached on an error by the left fielder his last time up. Grounded out to first and struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. 0-1 on Broadway. That ball's popped out of play. Quickly 0-2. Well, I'll tell you what, the bullpen gets awful cold on a night like tonight. Nowhere to hide down there. They have such small dugouts here at Mike Carter. Can't bring all those pitchers into the throw to second, runner going, and they got him. Wells is out on the caught stealing, and that'll end the inning. The Apaches bring 3 to the plate, a 2-out walk to Wells. He's thrown out stealing, and will go to the 7th. 6-0 Tyler. All right, the new pitcher for the Apaches, left-handed freshman from Tyler, Texas, Daniel Pretty, 6 foot and 185. It's Pretty's first outing of the season. And what a night to break in. A cold, wet one here at Mike Carter. Started the game at 55 degrees, and we've been dropping ever since. 51 right now. I got, 50. Weather Channel says it feels like 45. I'd say at least that. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play. Strike 1 to Brandon Hall, the DH. He struck out twice. So the night is done for James Kuykendall. Kuykendall goes 6 complete. Gives up just a couple of hits. 2 hits, no runs for Kuykendall. 8 strikeouts to go with 4 walks. So didn't walk anyone since the 3rd inning, which is a good sign. So he did make an adjustment in his last couple of innings. But on comes Daniel Pretty. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase that high fastball, and it's 2-2. 6, 7, and 8 for the Buffaloes. Brandon Hall, Tyler Robb, Angel Alvarez. Pretty goes full, 3-2. Well, the rain continues to build into the area. It's coming from the north and the west now. Earlier it was coming from the south and the southwest, and doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of rain, but it's going to be a cold one. And there are some heavier patches moving our way, so we have to keep an eye on it. A leadoff walk, check swing. He swung at that. It's 0-1 to Tyler Robb. Robb is 0 for 1 with a walk and a flyout. One ball, 1 strike. left fielder, Tyler Robb. Big hack at that fastball, and it fouls it straight back, 1-2. Tyler Robb coming into tonight's ball game, an even 200 hitter. Couple of doubles, 5 RBIs. There's a high chopper, and Bullock will feed it over to Pretty, and they got him. Not sure how they got him. That ball was a high chopper. Eric Bullock went way to his right, and fortunately, Daniel Pretty was on the run. That's what you teach your pitchers, is anything to your left there, you got to be moving toward the bag, and that'll go 3-1. Hall will go to second base with 1 out. Here's Angel Alvarez. Well, no, this should not be Alvarez. This should be Clay, right? Okay. Brian Clay gets his first plate appearance of the night. He pinch ran back in the 5th inning. We're in the top of the 7th, 6-0 Apaches. Brian Clay hitting 143 on the season, 3 out of 21. Does have a couple of doubles, a couple RBIs. Here's the 1-0. It's high, and it's 2-0. It's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Runner at second is Brandon Hall, who reached on a walk and moved to second on a ground ball to first base. Two 1 pitch, swung on and missed. Well, the rain seemed to have subsided for now. What do we got? What is that? Is that a... What is that? It's like a... Someone's got a little... their own personal pup tent or something. Just outside the Apache dugout. I've never seen one of those. Probably works pretty good on a cold night, blocking that air. It's like a self-enclosed clear tent. Yeah, I don't know. I did not see that thing. It might be the trainers. I don't know. That ball's well hit to left field. Clay with a single to left, and the runner will stay at third base. And you got runners on the corners with 1 out. So Brian Clay now 1 for 1 tonight after the solid single. Hall goes to third base. And here's Max Seitz. Seitz 0 for 2, flew out to center field and struck out swinging back in the 5th. First outing of the season for Daniel Pretty, a left-handed freshman, 6 foot, 185. Got 1 out and 2 aboard. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside. Now you're going to probably get, we got a right-hander tossing already. Who is that? Andrew Nichols throwing in the Apache bullpen. The hat is off, so Nichols is ready. Here's the 1-0. Chopper, right side. And Bullock is going to beat him to the bag for the second out, but the run comes home. And it's now 6-1 Apaches. RBI fielder's choice for Max Seitz. 3 unassisted if you're scoring at the house. Here's Blake McClellan, leadoff hitter. Walked twice, grounded out to third. He's 0 for 1. So you got Clay at second. We saw him steal third about 3 times with 2 outs the last time he was out at second base. Ball in the dirt. Again, Blake Maddox does a nice job of keeping that ball right near home plate, preventing Clay from going to third. Well, the scoreboard's just blinking like a pinball machine. Numbers hopping on and off there. On and off and on and off. And that's going to be a pass ball. Not an easy pitch to catch, but probably something that Blake should have caught. And Clay will go over to third base. Got 2 outs, 2-0 count on leadoff hitter Blake McClellan. That's low and it's 3-0. So don't know how far you'll go with Daniel Priddy here in his initial outing. It's good to get him on the mound. Thrown 21 pitches so far. And there's a walk. So his second walk of the inning. That might be all here. We'll see. The hat came off a couple of hitters ago, so it's the 6th walk of the night, the 2nd walk of the inning. And here's Ryan Mallison. Last thing you want to do is let this thing get away from you here a little bit with a 5-run lead. We're in the 7th. Fastball inside, almost hit Mallison, ball 1. So Priddy continues here with 2 outs in the 7th. Runners on the corners. I think that this probably would be his last batter. Two 2-0 now on Mallison. Mallison still looking for his first hit of the night. Ground ball will pop up to third and a strikeout swinging. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. I'm sure that Coach Sherman would love for Daniel to get through this inning without having to take him out. Here's the 2-1, and it got him. And I think that might be it. Hit by pitch, and that is going to be it. Coach Sherman's going to make that walk to the mound, and we'll have a new pitcher. Let you know who the new pitcher is here momentarily. 6-1 Apaches. We have 2 outs in the 7th, and bases are loaded. Andrew Nichols coming out of the Apache bullpen. He'll get his 6th appearance of the year. He's 1-0. He has not given up an earned run yet. 6 2/3 innings pitched. 4 strikeouts, 5 walks for the freshman from Lone Oak, Texas. 6 foot and 220. Andrew Nichols on with 2 outs in the 7th. 1 run is in already. And you have the bases full of Buffaloes. Their best opportunity of the night here. And Nichols' job is to come in and get 1 out. The Apaches off the field. Did Did we get a pitch count on Pretty?
Now batting, number 7, Thomas Gonzalez.
.26 pitches for Daniel Pretty in his initial outing. First pitch is in there for strike 1 to Thomas Gonzalez. 0 for 3 tonight, struck out twice, popped up to short. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball, third base. Whitehouse just does beat the runner to third, and that'll do it. So Nichols comes on and gets the ground ball and gets the Apaches out of trouble in the 7th. But the Buffaloes bring 7 batters to the plate. They get 1 run across, but they leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time. Where's Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Good night. Not get out of your, get off your easy boy, get off the couch. It's time to stretch him out at home. 6-1 Apaches. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field, bottom of the 7th. We got a new pitcher for the Buffaloes. Seth Kirby, right-handed freshman out of Dallas, is going to toe the rubber. And for Seth Kirby, outing number 4, 0-0 with a 9.00 ERA. 4 innings pitched for Kirby. He's got 1 strikeout and 2 walks so far this season. Rain is starting to come down a little heavier now. And the scoreboard continues to blink. Stepping in for the Apaches, Taylor Broadway, 3, 4, and 5. 2-1 now on Broadway. 6-1 Apaches, 6 runs on 8 hits. The Buffs 1 run on 3 hits. Line shot into center. And Broadway is aboard with his first hit of the night. A well-hit single right up the middle. Here's Jordan Trahan, 2 for 3 tonight. A double, a single, a ground out to short. He scored twice. So we've gotten information about who's in the tent down the first baseline. It's Mrs. Wise. Mr. Nathan Wise let me know that his wife is in the tent down there by the dugout, and here comes the 8:35 right on time. First pitch is low, ball 1. Jordan Trahan, 2 for 3 tonight, adding to those offensive numbers. And that missed, 2-0. So look out here This is when Trahan's most dangerous, when pitcher falls behind. He came into the ball game batting .361. Led the team with 22 RBIs. Line shot, left field, right at the left fielder, Tyler Robb, for the out. It's an L7 in my book. And there's one out here in the 7th. Here's Colton Whitehouse.
Colton Whitehouse.
As temperature last check was 50 degrees, felt like 45. And the rain continues to fall. Over the heart of the plate, strike one. We're in the middle of the 7th inning here. One out, one aboard. Colton Whitehouse batting in the 5 position at the plate. There's a pop-up left side, should stay in play and blows almost back fair. But the third baseman, Gonzalez, gloves it just outside of fair territory, and there's 2 outs. Here's Eric Bullock.
42, Eric Bullock.
Bullock 2 for 3 tonight. A single, a double, and an RBI. Flew out to center field his last time up. 2 outs in the 7th. Broadway singled to lead the inning off. He's at first. And first pitch fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. Appreciate you joining the broadcast tonight. Love to hear from some of you. If you haven't checked in on the little message system in YouTube, go ahead and shoot me a note. Heard from a number of you. There's a bunt attempt that's going to go foul. Not a bad thought right there. As that ball's going to be wet anytime it hits that turf. No balls, 2 strikes to Eric Bullock. Heard from a bunch of you and appreciate all of you that have chimed in during tonight's broadcast. We will not do the first game tomorrow. 11, 1:30, and 4 are the game times for tomorrow. First game will feature the Apaches, these same 2 teams, Apaches and Buffaloes. Then the Buffaloes will turn around and play East Central out of Mississippi, and then the Apaches will play East Central in the finale at 4. We will broadcast the 4 o'clock game. Of course, stay close to ApacheAthletics.com for that last game, because no telling what time we'll start depending on how the first 2 games go. But should stay on time. I think those first 2 of the day are 7-inning games, so should be pretty close to 4 o'clock. I will send out a text on the remind system for those of you who are into that text system for the Apache viewers. If you happen to be an East Central fan, and you may have to just keep checking the Apache website to see when we go live. We'll try to go. We will get pregame interviews if at all possible. Definitely get one from Coach Wren tomorrow. Not sure we're going to be able to get the East Central coach, as they'll be playing. If I could grab him between their doubleheader, because they'll be playing a game against the Buffaloes and then quickly turning around in about 30 minutes or so and playing the Apaches. Pop-up straight up the chute. Is that going to stay in? The wind's going to blow it back, but not quite far enough. Look out. The wind just blew my sheets off. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs. Eric Bullock at the plate. Bullock looking for his 3rd hit of the night. Well, Maddox has 1 shin on and 1 shin off here. He's in the on-deck circle. Look out! That got him right in the gluteus maximus there. Well, maybe not. Back of the knees. I thought it got him in higher on the leg, but evidently got behind his right knees, kind of where he's holding it. You're not supposed to rub it, are you? Hit by pitch. I think that's the first of the evening for the Apache batters. Now you get 1st and 2nd, 2 outs for Blake Maddox. Seth Kirby, the freshman out of Dallas, came on here in the 7th inning. And now this is the 5th batter he's faced. He got Trahan to line out to left in a pop-up off the bat of Colton Whitehouse. There's a little nubber, and the pitcher, Kirby, will pick it up and throw over for the final out. It's going to go 1-3 on the ground out by Blake Maddox. And we'll go to the 8th inning. The score remains the Apaches 6 and the Buffaloes from Arkansas Baptist 1. All right, we go to the 8th, and we thought it might come to this, and it is. This rain is still coming. It's going to be a wet finish here at Mike Carter these last 2 innings. The rain's not going to go away, and the cold is just going to get colder. 6-9-0 for the Apaches, 1-3-1 for the Buffaloes. Nick Kreutzer, 0 for 3 tonight, leads it off. He's the DH, batting in the cleanup spot, 4, 5, and 6 for the Buffaloes. And is that 1 or 2-0? 2-0? Okay, 2-0 now on Kreutzer. Andrew Nichols continues on the mound for the Apaches. Oh my, that's way up there. That is way out of here. Good gracious. I don't know where that came down. That ball's still going over the trees in right field. And that might be the longest home run I've ever seen hit in right field. That was absolutely crushed. Wow. 6-2. Nick Kreutzer absolutely crushed the baseball. Way out of here in right field. There's not room on that screen for that home run, I'm telling you. Next pitch, a little bloop into short right field, and nice play there by Wells to make the adjustment for the first out of the inning. F4, and Colson is the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up DH Brandon Hall. Hall is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Look out, that ball's right over the Apache dugout down the first base line. And the press box still buzzing over that home run. It's a little scary if that would have been hit a couple innings ago because we had very little rain and the wind was howling out that way. since that rain has come down, the wind has died down a little bit in that direction. So that ball went, I don't know. I've seen a pretty long home run in left field. That's the longest I've ever seen in right. I've been coming out here for 25 years. If we had a train, it might have gone over the train. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside corner, strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Andrew Nichols. And the Buffalo fans don't like the call. That's going to be the 9th strikeout of the night for Apache pitchers. And there's 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Here's Tyler Robb. Robb is 0 for 2 with a walk. 6-2 Apaches. Top of the 8th inning. Andrew Nichols on the mound. That ball's fouled straight back. Strike 1. Nichols, 6 foot and 220, the right-handed freshman from Lone Oak. Here's the 0-1. Well hit right field. That's in the corner. It's going to be extra bases. Tyler Robb, a stand-up double with 2 outs. Well, the Buffaloes keep coming at you.
Now batting, number 4, Brian.
Here's Brian Clay. He had a base hit, his only at bat tonight. Came on and pinch ran in the 5th. And stole a base. And then his first plate appearance, he drilled one into left field. So he's 1 for 1 tonight. Got a chance to drive in another run and make this a 3-run game. A big hack by Clay. Just missed the fastball. It's 0-1. Well, you got a right-hander in the bullpen. J.P. Gorby down in the Apache bullpen. And I don't think we've turfed those mounds yet in the pen, have we? That's the only place out here there's no turf is those bullpens. So the rain at some point may wreak a little havoc in the pen area. I'm going to have to cover those up here as soon as this ball game's over. It's probably going to rain a good bit overnight. 0-2 now on Clay. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. And Blake Maddox does a nice job of tagging the runner on the ball that was in the dirt. And we will go to the bottom half of inning number 8. The Buffaloes do get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a guy on. Your new score for Mike Carter, 6-2 Apaches. Back for the bottom of the 8th in just a minute. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. We're at Mike Carter Field. The rain, for the moment, well, off and on, pretty heavy drizzle. You can see it in the lights, so You look up and occasionally it drops off a little bit. The wind's still whistling pretty good. And the Apaches will bring 8, 9, and 1. Bo Busing. Chopper foul on the 2-0 delivery from Seth Kirby, a freshman out of Dallas, still on the mound for the Buffaloes. Well, you have a right-hander thrown in the Buffalo bullpen. You had J.P. Gorby heating it up for the Apaches. Off speed, misses outside, 2-1 to Bo Busing. Bo Busing still looking for his first hit of the night. Grounded out to first, line drive to center, fly out to left. There's a grounder to short. Fielded by Seats. He'll throw across, 1 out. Shortstop Max Seats makes the play. Here's Luke Boyd.
Now batting, number 29, Luke Boyd.
Boyd singled and scored in the 4th. He grounded out to the pitcher and struck out in the 6th. First pitch in there for a strike. Well, we'll recap what tomorrow's schedule is here as we get close to the end of this one. It just missed off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Way outside. 2-1. Okay, so tomorrow at 11 a.m., these two teams will square up again. TJC versus Arkansas Baptist. That'll be a 7-inning ball game. And then Arkansas Baptist will turn around and play at 1:30, or obviously about 30 minutes after that first game, against East Central Community College out of Mississippi. And then the Apaches will play East Central at 4 o'clock. So that's tomorrow's schedule. Line drive right at Brian Clay in right field. He makes the grab for the 2nd out. That ball was well hit by Luke Boyd. And Brian Clay made a nice play out in right field. Had to go to his knees at the end of that play.
18, Chase Evans.
And I'll tell you what, balls like that are tough to deal with on a night like tonight. Back to the top of the Apache lineup, Chase Evans, his 5th plate appearance. 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. First pitch by Seth Kirby. Evans going to show bunt, pull back, 1-0. Next pitch, in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandon Hall's grandparents watching from Simi Valley, California. Just giving them a shout out. Two-one pitch, drilled into right center, and Brian Clay could not come up with it. And it's going to be a stand-up double, his 2nd of the night for Chase Evans. Well hit into the right center gap. Evans aboard with 2 outs. Apaches trying to extend a 6-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Jared Wells. Jared Wells 1 for 3. Tonight, there's a first pitch swing and ground ball to short. Seats is up with it, and a nice pick over at first by Kreutzer for the final out. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. The Apaches get a 2-out double. Evans is stranded there. We'll go to the 9th. The Apaches looking for 3 outs. They lead it 6-2. Stay with us. All right, the Apaches have gone to their bullpen once again here in the 9th inning. J.P. Gorby, 6'1" and 200 pounds, a right-hand sophomore out of Culpeper, Virginia, will try to finish this ball game for Coach Wren and the Apaches. J.P. on the season, this is his 6th outing of the year. He's 0-1 with a 5.63 ERA. Gorby has pitched 8 innings, 9 strikeouts, 6 walks for the sophomore from Culpeper, Virginia.
Now pitching for the Apaches, number 30, J.P. Gorby.
Gorby comes on for the 9th. Still got a couple of Apache pitchers hanging around down that bullpen. They're going to cover the mound right now, so everybody's hoping JP can finish this thing up. For the moment, nobody going to get back on the mound. Leading off is the 9 spot, Max Seats. 0 for 3, a fly out and a couple of strikeouts.
Leading off inning, number 1, Max Seats.
That's not right. Fly out, a strikeout, and a 3 unassisted. Fielder's choice. He actually got an RBIs last time up. 6-2 Apaches as we go to the 9th. Fastball, strike 1. J.P. Gorby, the 4th Apache pitcher. Kuykendall started the ball game. He went 6 complete. Ended up throwing 104 pitches. Daniel Priddy got his first outing of the season. He threw 26 pitches in 2/3 of an inning. And then Andrew Nichols came on and threw a dozen pitches, or actually 15 pitches in his outing. Threw a couple of pitches in the 7th and then 12 in the 8th. Ground ball foul. Whitehouse made a nice stab on his knees there. Fortunately, he didn't have to make a throw because it was foul. Victor Magalines, Victor Magalines is watching from Houston. So Sonia Andrews got a note from that site. Glad you're watching from Houston. Victor did a nice job tonight. Pop up on the first pitch, straightaway center field. Evans coming in, and he's got to stay with that one, but he does for the first out. F8 if you're scoring at the house. Appreciate all the folks that have chimed in on the message board in YouTube. If you want to chime in real quick before we go off here. Barring a big comeback, this game is coming to its conclusion. We'll have a very brief post-game wrap-up, but appreciate all the folks that have checked in. Heard from a lot of folks all over the country. Had some Hawaiians watching the softball game earlier today. On a night like tonight, being in Hawaii wouldn't be a bad place. 1-0 to the leadoff hitter, Blake McClelland. Outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. McClellan has walked 3 times tonight and grounded out to third, so he's 0 for 1. Gorby comes set. Here's the pitch. Low. 2-1. Blake Maddox asked for a dry ball, and he got it from the umpire, and he turned around to throw it, and he dropped it on the wet turf, so he got another one. 2-1 is the count with 1 out, nobody aboard. 9th inning, 6-2 Apaches. Outside, 3-1. Ryan Mallison on deck, and that's a 1-out walk here in the 9th. That's one of the things that might get you in trouble if you start walking guys. For Apache pitchers, that's going to be walk number 6 of the night. The first walk for Gorby. Here's left-handed batting Ryan Mallison. Got hit by pitches last time up. Struck out, popped up to third, and grounded out to first. 0 for 3 tonight. And the rain comes back. Got one out and one aboard here. And Mallison trying to wipe the bat off his bat and also off the brim of his helmet so he can see the baseball. J.P. Gorby comes set. Here's the pitch. And again, with the turf as it is, you can play through this. If we had dirt on this field, we would not be playing right now. I promise you that. This field would be covered, and we'd either finish it tomorrow or it would have been done after about 5 or 6 innings. 2-1, but with the turf, it allows you to just keep playing through it. Pitcher is going to get good grip there, so with his feet, the question is on the baseball, and that's when the umpires start deeming that a problem, they'll shut it down. The rain seems to be picking up. The last few minutes just misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Gorby 1 pitch away from walking 2 batters. Tell you what, if you're a Buffalo fan, you're hoping you can load them up and bring the tying run to home plate. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball out of play to our left here. Well toward the Rose Garden. And the count goes full at 3-2. J.P. Gorby has his sign and comes set. And the payoff pitch. Another foul ball straight back. And we'll stay at 3-2. Well, you can hear it picking up. The rain getting heavier now. The other thing you got to be able to hold on to is the bat. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to third. Whitehouse will field and he'll drop it. Well, that's going to be an error on Colton Whitehouse. And with the rain as it is, it's a tough error, but it's a play he should have made. And that's going to be an E5. And now you have 2 runners aboard with only 1 out.
Number 7, Thomas Gonzalez.
Well, you got the tying run in the on-deck circle right now. If you can keep him there, you'll win this game. Here's Thomas Gonzalez. 2 runners on and 1 out in the 9th. And the bullpen is being uncovered. Chernysek's going to start getting loose down there. And if you're an Apache fan, you'd love to get a double play right here. 1-0. Pop up right field. Going back is Broadway. He'll make the grab through the raindrops. And the runner will tag and go to third. So McClellan goes to third on the F9. You're 2 outs now in the 9th. And look who's coming to the plate. That's a big out right there, because if that guy reached, then you're facing Kreutzer, who hit an absolute bomb. That ball's still going.
Now batting, number 33, Nick Kreutzer.
He's talking between innings to the press box crew here, and I've been coming out to this ballpark for 25 years. I have never seen a ball hit further in right field than the ball that Nick Kreutzer hit last time up. First pitch in there for strike 1. It was so far. We have AA level lights here that are 100 feet high, and it never came out of, you couldn't see it. It went into the deep of the night. 0-1 to Kreutzer. J.P. Gorby trying to finish up for the Apaches. Outside, ball 1. The rain gets heavier. And you can, the umpires just want to get this one in. Uh-oh, the tent's leaving. The tent is moving. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. And now you start wondering if Gorby is going to get a good grip on the baseball. As heavy as this rain is, this is as heavy as it's been all night long. And everybody on that field wants to just get 1 more out and get this finished. Of course, the Buffaloes would love to extend the inning in the game. Outside, 3-1. Well, I tell you, I would not give this guy anything to hit. Even though a home run still doesn't tie it, I think I'd stay very clear of anything close to the inside strike zone. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Kreutzer takes exception, steps out and shakes his head at the home plate umpire. And we're down to our last strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You better be hacking here. Gorby comes set. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. This should do it. Lloyd flips it to second. Got him barely at second base. Bang, bang play, and there's your ball game. 6-4 ends it. And the Apaches get a win here in the pouring rain as it continues. The bottom's starting to fall out now. Let's pull up the box score for you and give you some numbers. Appreciate the help from my workers in the press box. Appreciate your help, guys. Stay dry, stay warm. All right, the scoring started in the second inning. The Apaches scored 3 runs off a leadoff double, a triple by Whitehouse, and a single by Bullock. A fielder's choice by Bo Busing. 3 runs in the second. They scored another single run in the third. It was 4-0. It was 6-0 after 2 more in the fourth. It stayed 6-0 until the 7th, and in the 7th inning, the Buffaloes scored a single run on a fielder's choice by Max Seitz, and it was 6-1. And then the big home run by Nick Kreutzer that might still be flying. He hit that as a leadoff hitter in the 8th inning off of Andrew Nichols. And that was the extent of the scoring in this ball game. Your final score, your final line score, the Buffaloes from Arkansas Baptist, 2 runs on 5 hits. They commit 1 error tonight. The Apaches, 6 runs on 10 hits, and they commit 1 error as well. Let's pull up quickly here if we can get the box score. And for the visitors, offensively, and the Apache pitchers, you got to tip their cap. Tip your caps. They scatter 5 hits. And not a single batter for the Buffaloes got more than 1 hit. As Kreutzer got a home run, so he was 1 for 5 on the night. Colson was 1 for 3. Brandon Hall 0 for 3, but he scored a run. Tyler Robb was 1 for 3. Brian Clay came in as a reserve and actually had a nice night, 1 for 2 with a stolen base. And Max Seitz goes 0 for 4, but he gets the other RBI. So that's the offensive side of things for the visitors. On the home side, Chase Evans out of the leadoff spot, 2 for 5 with a run scored. Jared Wells goes 1 for 4 with an RBI. Jordan Trahan, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. Colton Whitehouse, 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Eric Bullock had a nice night, 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. And Luke Boyd out of the 9th spot, 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. What strikes me as good for the Apaches in this one is that offensive production up and down that lineup. No one player had more than 1 RBI. And the Apaches come away with a 6-2 victory on what ended up being a cold and rainy night here at Mike Carter Field. So the win will take the Apaches to 11-8 on the season. The loss will drop the Arkansas Baptist Buffaloes to 8-7 on the year. The winning pitcher will be James Kuykendall. He'll take his record to 4-2. The loser will be Victor Magallanes. He'll drop to 1-2 on the season. And so, let's see. Game ended a few minutes ago. So let's see. We played 2 hours and 39 minutes of baseball here tonight. Not bad considering. The Apaches used 4 different pitchers and the Buffaloes just 2. So that'll wrap things up for tonight. Again, just remind you about tomorrow's schedule. As tomorrow, game 1 will be against Tyler, these same two teams, TJC and Arkansas Baptist, will play a 7-inning ball game at 11 a.m. We will be unable to broadcast that one as I've got some commitments at my church. And Arkansas Baptist will come back and play the middle game, another 7-inning affair against East Central Community College out of Mississippi at 1:30. And then scheduled for 4 o'clock will be the Apaches as they take on East Central in a 9-inning ball game to conclude the weekend round-robin tournament, if you will, with Tyler Junior College, Arkansas Baptist, and East Central Community College out of Mississippi. So that'll wrap things up for tonight at Mike Carter Field. The rain is supposed to move out of the area. It's going to be a little chillier tomorrow. That first game going to be a little nippy at 11, probably in the 40s, I would guess, by first pitch. But you can keep up with that ball game on live stats if you go to ApacheAthletics.com. Just click on the live stats button, and you can keep up with the play-by-play the statistics with Colton Dush, the stat man, who's my right-hand man here during the broadcasts. Appreciate his help as well as the other players up here in the press box pushing the buttons and turning the dials for us here at the ballpark. So for Dr. Tim Drain, the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, from Mike Carter Field in Tyler, Texas, the Apaches win 6-2. So long, everybody. not have been good. That came within a fingernail of like going down there and getting smashed. That would not have been good. I might have been broadcasting with my iPad tomorrow. Guess I'm glad I didn't go out the window. No, the cord fan came out. I snagged it right here. Like, that's what happens when you got 6 kids. Quick. All right, I need to get this thing charged overnight because it's not charged. So get this thing going.